Welcome to the highly anticipated launch of the BMW M3 Competition Saloon. Today we have a stunning example here in the Isle of Man green colour, and I'm going to put in the car through its paces around this track here, which is Brentwood Karting. I'll also take you around all the new design and technology inside the car and show you all the new updates and exciting features. So the biggest change for the M3 for this generation of car is of course the front grille. Now I actually personally really like the front grille. I think the aggressive nature of it is a radical new design that actually suits the rest of the car, and when you start to incorporate all of the other design elements together, I think the whole car comes together nicely. As standard, the car comes with a carbon roof, and you'll see around the rest of the car there's plenty of carbon fibre. We have these carbon inlet ducts here for cooling. Also there are the mirrors, the rear spoiler and the diffuser at the bottom, which all give a really aggressive stance to the car, especially at the rear of the car, which we're going to go and have a look at now. I absolutely love the stance of the M3 at the rear. For me, it's actually the best angle of the car. I think these bold lines really characterise it and give it the stance that's just perfect for the M3. You can see in here there's a reflector where there would normally be an air duct to release pressure from the rear arches of the car. It's again another nod to the race car that was designed at the same time as this. One of my favourite features of the M3 are the flared arches. Personally for me, it's why I would choose the car over the M4. Also it's got 4 doors, which is a little bit more convenient. But as well, look at these rear wheels here. These are the 20-inch rims at the rear and the car has 19-inch rims at the front. I think especially at the rear it fills the arches really nicely and gives that aggressive look that an M3 really deserves. We can't forget to talk about the amazing quad exhaust on this car. They're 100mm each and housed in this lovely carbon fibre diffuser, and of course the sound is fantastic. Inside the new M3 we have the carbon bucket seats. Now these are fully electronically adjustable and very comfy to sit in. They're actually my favourite seats I've ever sat in, to be honest. They're comfy but supportive as well, and I'd happily do hundreds of miles in these with no problem at all, I think. Around the rest of the interior there's carbon everywhere you look, down the centre console, on the dash there, and also on the steering wheel. We have these much larger gear shift paddles here, and also some perfectly placed M1 and M2 buttons, so you can always get to them and make sure you can turn the car into the best settings when the time calls for it. So you join me in the BMW M3 competition. I'm just driving my first few laps in the car now and getting a feel for how it feels to drive. Straight away I can notice the ZF gearbox is very different to the previous one. On the old M3 there was a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, whereas now we have the automatic 8-speed ZF box. And then as well, power. We've got a 60 horsepower increase in power, which takes up to 503 horsepower, and that comes from the 3-litre straight 6 twin turbo engine up the front. So I'm going to start to build the speed up now and see how the car feels. Hey, it's quite lively. So it's still an M3 at heart. It's still powerful and ready to bite you at any minute if you're not paying attention. Like that. So yeah, you can feel that increase in power definitely. Even though the car does weigh a little bit more than the older generation car, it's got a real hit when it comes into the top part of the rev range. And although the gearbox is an automatic one, it's not a dual clutch, it's still very responsive. I think the shift time is 150 milliseconds, which is still a very fast shift time. And yeah, we can really get the back out here and kick out nicely like that. So we also have the M Drift Analyzer. This is a new feature on the car, and we're going to see what kind of score we can get. It basically analyses the drift you do. So we'll kick the back round, hold on for dear life. And yeah, give it a big old drift. So that was a 13.8 degree drift and it lasted 61 yards. We'll go for another drift now, see what we can get. See if we can get some more angle. That was a better one. What did we get there? 18.3, that was the new best. So yeah, lovely angle there, 18.3, 52 yards. What a car, great fun, really good fun. BMW M3 and M4 Competition are now available for order. You can book a virtual appointment to spec your car with Stephen James BMW, and on the 12th of April you can book to test drive the car in real life. Keep following me and Stephen James BMW on social media to keep up to date, and I'll see you in the next one.